Good evening, good evening, good evening to our family of faith, to our community family, our Facebook family. We are excited that you are joining us today. I am E. Jean Pemberton, and I am a proud member of Community Missionary Baptist Church here in Cedar Hill, Texas, where our amazing pastor is none other than Reverend Dr. Oscar D. Epps. And joining me on this amazing panel are my sisters in Christ, and we have my sister Krista, who is over here. She's waving to everybody. We also have joining me is Cassie. Hello, Cassie. Thank you for joining us. And then we also have joining us is another one of my sisters. Her name is Latrice. Wave to everybody. She did the nod like, yes, ma'am. And today we are a part of this panel of Strike Back. And the hot topic for tonight is how women, that's who we are, handle the Christmas season. Fa la 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 la. I cannot sing. I can't sing, but I can say it. So, and we have a wonderful background. I love the background. We are in the Christmas season, and we are so excited. So now listen, what we need you to do is we need you to put some hearts in the post. We need you to give us some conversation. We don't want you to leave us hanging at all, because we want a lot of engagement in this strike back. So to my sisters, let's talk a little bit. Let's do an icebreaker, okay? An icebreaker. And the question on the table for you today, for you tonight is, are you a team early Christmas decor or a team wait until after Thanksgiving? Or not at all? Let's put another team in there. You're just not even in the mood. What team are you on?
I'm team wait till after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
As soon as we get through eating and everything, that Saturday, I'm going in that storage, getting my tree and putting everything up.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm team not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Why not?
I don't know. I think it's just the fuss of it. Putting it up, taking it down. And that's really it, because I'm not a Grinch. I like the spirit of it, but it's just the hassle of it.
The hassle.
Yeah, it's just the hassle of it.
So you need us to come over to your place and help you decorate?
Please.
That's what it is?
Please.
Okay. All right. Sister Latrice.
I'm team before December 20th. It'll be... That's what I got for the people, okay? It'll be done before then.
As long as we get up.
It's going to be ready when it needs to be
She
ready.
said before
so that's
December 25th.
Before December 20th.
Hey, listen, it's nothing wrong with that. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about the decor. When you put out your decor, do you go all out, or is it just a tree, or do you have a theme? What does it look like when you put your decor out? Now we're going to start with you. What would you like for it to look like when we come over and take over your place and help you decorate?
Y'all's. I want it to look just like y'all's. I'm into color, like I'm into it all, because I have 5 children, 4 boys, 1 girl.
Okay.
So my kids, they love the outside lights that they see when we pass other people's houses, right? Mm-hmm. So they love that. They do love trees or whatever, because I did it for 2 years, but they don't ever help me like take it down. They rush to put it up, but it stays up too long, and then I have to clean up the stuff that done fell off the tree. And so whatever y'all's look like, I know it'll be pretty in my house.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have a specific theme or a color or anything?
My colors are, it matches whatever the area of their room, which is like fall colors.
Okay.
So I can only do a tree because my husband said for me to do anything else, I got to get rid of stuff.
Okay.
So right now, I'm just tree.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Latrice, do you have a specific theme that you use when you just?
So I like all that sparkles and
Okay.
glitters. So my tree is actually silver, like shimmer. And the ornaments are like a baby pink color. So we fancy over here.
Okay.
You know?
Hey. Now we need to adopt that baby pink and make it fancy for the rest of us. I'm loving that. So let's talk about why what we're talking about is so very important and why this conversation matters. About research suggests that about 38% of women have reported increased stress around this time of the year, around the holidays, due to family expectations, finances, and emotional strain. And that comes from the APA, which is American Psychological Association. Also, women often carry 60 to 70% of the household holiday responsibilities, including shopping, cooking, planning, and emotional load, as well as holiday depression affects roughly 1 in every 4 adults, with women more likely to feel overwhelmed or emotionally stretched. So let's get honest about the holidays, and let's talk a little bit about how we navigate through the mixture of emotions, of joy, of pressure, of memories, and as well as meaning. And so what part of the Christmas season brings you the most joy, and what part stresses you out the most? And Latrice, we want to start that question with you. Can you share with us, first of all, what brings you the most joy around the Christmas holidays? Let's talk about that first.
I would have to say the memories. So when I think of the Christmas holiday season, I think of Silent Night by the Temptations, honey, because my grandma wore it out. Okay, I think about German chocolate cake and gumbo and 7-Up pound cakes and all the things, like seeing her in the kitchen cooking with her sisters, making Christmas ornaments with me. She was a former educator. She's gone. She's resting now. But, those memories are invaluable. And that's what I remember most. And it brings me joy just to, we're now in the process of a family trying to navigate what that is going to look like moving forward. But, can't put a price tag on it. The stress is just what I find myself trying to be more intentional about this season is reminding my family of the reason for the season. Like, we can't get away from Jesus, right? And so the gift giving, all of that, like, I get it, is cool. But I think if we could pull back from some of that, the stress would decrease. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Cassie, what are your thoughts? What brings you the most joy around the Christmas holidays?
Creating memories, because I'm a creative person and we do games, and that's a chance for all 3 of my kids to be under the same roof, going to grandparents' house all together, creating memories so they can remember. That's what I like about it, because we don't do gifts, so that's a good thing. But I can say just creating that, knowing that one day when I'm dead and gone, my kids can continue it on. Mm-hmm. And so that, to me, that's priceless. You can't put a price on that.
I love it.
And I love, of course, loud playing music and just singing and getting on my husband's nerve. But yeah, I love it.
What about stress? Is there anything that can be overwhelming for you around the Christmas holidays?
And and I asked my husband this question too. I said, sorry, I don't think I be stressing about nothing because I love everything that I do, but I think doing too much. I just overdoing it because I want it to be so perfect. I want my kids to just be like, 2022, we did this and this. So I think just by me overdoing it and wanting to be perfect so much, that can cause stress because I'm not even realize I'm stressing, but I really am because trying too much.
Yeah. Krista, what are your thoughts? What brings you the most joy around the Christmas holidays?
What brings me the most joy, I would say, just looking at my kids' face when they do open whatever they do get. But we are intentional about not trying to spoil them so much with gifts, though, but just more than what they need. So they know, don't look for so many toys, and be grateful for whatever you get. So I am appreciative of my kids understanding that, and us not just forgetting the importance of Christmas, or what I would think my family would think the importance of Christmas is, because we're all different or whatever. But anyways, so just being able to look at them and they being happy and grateful for what me and their dad do get them. I think the stress would be because I am a stay-at-home mom. So we solely depend on my husband's income. So the stress of that and trying to maneuver through bills and still being able to make sure that the kids are still kids and still enjoy Christmas and able to open whatever they are blessed with. And like these ladies said, making traditions and making memories, because we don't do traditional Christmas. Like, we don't be at home. We usually get like an Airbnb or a hotel or something like that, and we do not the traditional food. We do like seafoods, and we do that type of stuff because I am a caterer. So when I do have stuff like that, we make it big for them or whatever. So it can be stressful because of the money, the finances, because again, consistently we only have one income, and so we make it happen though. But it can still be stressful, especially just one income, and my husband, does majority of the finances, so that's stressful.
Yeah, and I can understand that being stressful. Thank you all for sharing what brings you joy and what can be overwhelming for you as well. And I know some of you that are listening and watching us tonight, you can relate to the stories that are being shared by my sisters that are on the panel with us today. And of course, if you want to add comments, please add your comments to our conversation, because we want to know what brings you joy around the season of Christmas, as well as what can be overwhelming to you. Let's talk a little bit about when often we carry the holiday emotional load, the pressures, the expectations of how to make the season wonderful for our families and even for ourselves. How can that be challenging? You shared with us, Krista, that you are a stay-at-home mom. And so with your family, and even though, yes, you're a stay-at-home mom and you are catering, how does that impact you as the mother of your children and their expectations? Because, of course, they see the Christmas movies, the Christmas lights, maybe wanting to go to the park, go to the malls where they see all of that. How do you navigate with those schedules and work through those expectations that they have when it comes to the season of Christmas?
Well, I honestly let them know that, don't get so excited to see what other people have, because one, you don't know what they did to get that, and sometimes mom and dad can't do certain things, but we make a lot of things happen so the kids can be, of course, still enjoy Christmas, and they don't see us stressing, if that makes sense. Like, they don't see what we literally have to go through to get what they ask for, maybe, or something like that. So we try to make it or maneuver to where it's not stressful, to where it's like a dim spirit or a heavy type of spirit, they not gonna get nothing, or it's gonna be hard for us to do this, or maybe even we have to go without this so they can get that. They don't see that, or they don't know that, but as parents, we do make a lot of sacrifices for them to have, so they won't feel like, well, Jimmy and them got it, and why we don't have it. But again, I'm grateful enough to know that we didn't set our kids up to know that, or to see, or to want what other people have. So we make it enjoyable. It might not be like them, but they enjoy it. Yeah, they're happy kids.
I love it. So Cassie, question now: are you originally from the Metroplex area?
Girl, yeah, Cedar Hill, born and raised.
Born and raised. So because you are from here, has there ever been a time where, you and your family get together and you felt like it's a lot going on, or you might have felt alone, even though you're here? Because sometimes you can have family here and still not feel connected. You can have family here and still feel like it's a lot that's going on, and maybe you need more, or you need a relief because you are a mother. Like you said, you're trying to make next year's Christmas better than last year's, and last year's Christmas better than the year before. How do you navigate through all of those different emotions for yourself?
Well, I can say for me now, since my kids are older, it doesn't bother me none. The holidays, they don't even got to come home. They can stay where they at. But back then, when I was growing up, I experienced, I think my mom got me a gift. And I didn't give her the reaction that she thought she was going to get from me, because I thought it was going to be a watch. But it ended up being like a little nail kit. But she got that for me because I'm always doing my toes and my nails. But I didn't know at that moment that my parents didn't have. Until we got to church, and you know how preachers want to use examples and stuff. And then she had said, one day, one of my childs hurt my feelings because I thought that they was gonna like it, but we didn't have, and I didn't know. And so I'm in church like, she talking about me. So I didn't know, but I feel like if I would have known my parents were struggling, they didn't have at that time, I would have never reacted that way. So that made me, when I raised my kids, I opened up and I let them know, hey, if we don't have it, we don't have it. Don't expect it. We're gonna do different things. So I always try to incorporate family things, and include cousins and stuff like that, because I just want to be a different meaning for, instead of just gifts. So I think that made me helpful to be more interact with my family and my kids at that time. But right now, I'm 42. Yeah, they ain't gotta come home. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's kind of rough right there. They ain't gotta come home. Look, we good by
It's
ourselves.
just another day to me. I'm not gonna lie, it is.
Wow.
So let's talk a little bit about your experiences. Are you originally from Texas, Latrice, from the
So I
Metroplex
was
area?
born in California,
Okay.
the Bay Area, but I was actually raised in the dirty South, as we like to say. So I was raised in Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but some of my fondest childhood memories are in California,
What part of California?
Oakland.
Okay,
Yep.
I went to Richmond. I lived in Richmond, so I know where Oakland is located. There it is, small world. So do you have family here in the Metroplex area?
I do. I have a niece and I have a cousin that's here, but the majority of my family is still on the West Coast.
Okay.
But my mother and brother are in Arkansas.
Arkansas. So do you ever have kind of those moments where you wish you had the experience of the big family, the large family, or being on the West Coast or in Arkansas?
Oh,
or do you
yes.
travel?
So what we used to do, we used to always go back to the West Coast for Christmas. That has changed since my grandmother has, passed away. So just navigating, just trying to figure it out and make it make sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now. So we meet up in different places right now. And it seems like this Christmas will be in different places. So that'll be new for us too. But yeah, just keeping Jesus at the center of it all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I know maybe somebody's listening to us and that's a challenge. They're in a new place. They're not where they were raised, or the majority of their family is not where they are. And so having to consider that, and what options are there and outs there that are available for them in regards to the holiday season, not wanting to experience that loneliness, because it is very real.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the loneliness or the financial pressures that you shared with us earlier, Krista, even for that, and the desire to meet everyone's expectations. What kind of stage are we at, or are you at? And I'm gonna start with Cassie. As far as I'm going. You said you wanted your voice, but we're gonna use your voice. But let's talk about a lot of times we as women, we are proactive about everyone else's happiness. And put ours to the side.
That is true.
Right? So let's talk about that. Let's be real. Let's break this down. This is the sisterhood. We talking about this. how do we work through that, or what can we do to work through that? Because there are people watching us right now, and literally they're saying, that's right. Typically, we're making sure everybody's gifts are in place. We're making sure the house looks right, it smells right, the food is there. We're checking on everyone else, but they're not checking on us.
Yeah, I could say, listening to you say that, it takes me back when me and my kids' dad separated. So of course that caused division. So kids over here and I'm over here, but mostly like my kids lean closer to his family. So of course me being by myself, and it's like, okay, why it's like that? But at the same time, I try not to get in my feelings, so I push it to the side, and I still be mama. Mama gonna do everything regardless. Mama gonna be there regardless. Mama gonna get regardless. But at the same time, not really opening up and letting my kids know, or letting anybody know, I'm kind of in my feelings and hurt. Because it is a holiday, and I try not to look at, I say it's another day. I try to, but deep down, it's a holiday. And holiday, you spend time with your family. Right. And so I can't say that to be in your feelings about, being alone when your kids don't come see you when you want them to come see you, or you expect them to come see you like they do the other ones. Like, why? But, that's just something like you got to pray about, to be open-minded so it won't come out the wrong way. And so I ain't going to lie, that's something that I'm working on, so that I can be able to be more open with my kids, because they're at an age where they could come and go as they please. Right. And I can say that they ain't got to come see me, but, I would love my kids come see me. Yeah. It matters. But it matters. It matters. But it's just having that heart to be open and pray that it come out the right way, so you want to defend anyway. Right. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And that is very good. Crystal, let's talk a little bit. You have your children, you have a family. I know you're busy trying to make sure everybody's good, but what can the family do to make sure that Krista's good?
I'm gonna piggyback off of Cass, because that's hurtful, because you do a whole lot, and sometimes the simple things is, are you okay? Or I want to open a gift just like y'all open a gift, but nobody thinks that, nobody considers that. It isn't, to me, it doesn't matter what's in my box, long as I have a box with my name on it, but I don't have it. I never do, so I'm learning how to, I don't want to say be okay with that, because I don't want that to continue. Like Cass said, I want to be able to talk about it, and not allow my feelings to lead that, because sometimes my feelings can be hurtful, and I can offend someone, by just somebody just simply asking me, are you okay? Did you want some grits too? I'm making sure everybody else got something. Nobody else is making sure that I'm okay, or asking, so yeah, just like what Cass says, it can be hurtful, but I know for sure with praying and being open and talking about it, because Cass kids are older, but I only have one child that's 17. The rest of my children are under 10. So they do have a good understanding, but still they worried about them, they were concerned about them, and as they should be. They're kids. Enjoy your kid life or whatever. So, but yeah, if I was just to have, Mama, here's your gift, and we thought about you, Mama, we did. My kids, they are thoughtful. They draw for me, because this what kids do. They draw for you. I have all type of crafts around the house, and I'm grateful for that, so don't stop, kids, but I like watches, I like perfume, a gift card, just something simple like that. But I have to learn how to express that in a way that they can understand, and even my husband understand. To consider Mama. She does, like you say. We do a lot. We do everything. We're cooking, we're cleaning, we're wrapping gifts. Last minute or a month before, whatever. But we do a lot. So the consideration is just the simple things. You okay, Mama? You okay? Thank you. They do say thank you. Whatever. I'm not gonna lie about that, but just the simple things. I want to make sure I get a box with a bow on it under the. I don't have a tree, but on the table or something. But yeah, just to be considerate of me. Yeah.
All right. We have a lot of wonderful comments. Let me get to the comments section. First of all, Amber Nicole Reynolds, thank you so much for joining us. And she said, I'm with Krista. Be grateful for whatever you get.
Whatever.
And she put grateful in all caps, y'all. She meant that, right? And then also she said, I think that's where church family or friends or et cetera come in and invite people over from church to be with you during the holidays if you know they are lonely. That's a good point. And then we as church members need to be, discerning of that as well. We need to be conscious that there are people around us. They may not feel comfortable asking because, let's just be real. Who wants to invite themselves to a family scenario. So we also want to be conscious. So thank you for sharing that, Amber. And then nobody thinks about mom. Oh, yeah. We need to do a better job of that, right? And we don't need to wait. And we don't need to wait until mom is older, right? What are some recommendations we can do, Latrice? You're in education too, that maybe you can help your young scholars. What can what can children do better to think about mom?
Well, I think about my mom all the time, so she's not short-stepping. I'm not short-stepping with her in that area. I make sure she's covered if nobody else is. But I also want to speak from the perspective of a single lady. I'm 42 years old, and so sometimes the expectation that's placed on singles, like, oh, she gonna do what everybody else does because she's by herself and she doesn't have children, and not really inviting us to share space or share voice as to how we're feeling as well, because we still matter. So I just wanted to.
So do you feel left out of the conversation?
To the singles.
Yeah.
I make sure I'm not left out of the conversation.
Come on now. Yes, ma'am.
When I do feel like I'm being overlooked or not considered, I have no problems voicing that whatsoever.
Now see how she did that right there? She said, I make sure. Don't get it confused. And will and has.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I make sure that I'm very inclusive of my mom. I think I go overboard for her.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for sharing your perspective, and that is important. And I'm glad you answered or shared that information about the singles perspective, because a lot of times being single is overlooked during the holidays. Let's talk a little bit about relationships and loss. Some of us have lost loved ones, or even as our sister Cassie talked about, when she and the father of children were separated. Those experiences can be very, very challenging. So let's talk about the painfulness and the struggles that we face silently, right? That we have to put this big S on our chest to try to navigate for the sake of family and for the sake of children. How do we navigate through these types of waters?
I can go back as far as childhood because I didn't get the opportunity to be with my biological father during my childhood. So I don't have any memories with my biological father, like none. So I'm intentional now as I'm grown to make that a difference. So like for Thanksgiving, I'm with him. And my mom, she doesn't like it. Like my mom does, she don't like it at all. Like, and she voices that, like, I've been having you all my life. Now you want to leave me? But I know it's out of like she's a jovial person, but she means that, like don't go over there with them. You minds, But anyways, so I'm making it now in an effort to like create memories. Even though I'm grown, I still need my dad. Like I love my dad, So I make sure of that. But as far as now, like within my marriage, like with my husband, he's the only child, and like it's 16 of us, so he knows a big family because of us, and so he would like become mean around holidays, and I never knew where that was like quite coming from, so I used to just swallow a lot, like okay, whatever, so I'm really thinking, okay, because he, it's it's all on him financially. But it was recently into something like went through within our marriage that he had to come out and like put it all out on the table, you know. And so he was telling me, you know, like some things about, you know, his childhood, about his mom and holidays, and how it was just, it wasn't a spirit-filled thing with him, you know. So he started making it okay now that we have children. So the children wouldn't feel his heaviness. But I knew, like, something was different every holiday. Like, why are you like this? So he began to say, like, you know, we always with your family. You know, we always go with your family. It's always your family, your family, your family, you know. And so I had to step back and realize and see what he was saying and, like what that meant, you know. And so now I'm like, okay, I have to learn how to share us with his family, although it's just him and his mom, you know. I still have to be cautious enough to know, like, okay, well, he still need his mom too, and he wants to be around his mom with holidays, and not be so selfish with just me and my family, because we're a big family, and, you know, it's always us, we always throwing stuff, we always gathering or whatever. So me just being not selfish with that, it can allow, you know, more of a peaceful holiday season or whatever. So yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing your perspective and your experience, and that's a real experience. Let's maybe kind of shift it a little bit, because we all are women. We are, you know, have male friends, spouses, husbands, and even sons. And sometimes the conversation of women and men and how our perspectives of dealing with the holidays are different. Their perception is one way, our perceptions is another. How do we open up the door of conversation so that there is a balance, so it doesn't feel so overwhelming on women, because it can also be overwhelming for men. You just shared, Krista, about your husband and how he felt, and I don't believe that was your intent, but that was his real feelings. What can we as women do to help to be more inclusive with the men that are in our lives, so that we can feel balanced and less overwhelmed? So, Latrice, I'm going to send it over to you.
Okay, so I've recently started roundtable discussions, and Pastor Ramey joined me. When was that? Thursday? Yeah, it was this past Thursday. So I'm in a series right now for men's mental health, emphasis on Black men's mental health. And so we had a similar discussion, hearing the voices of men, honoring their voices, and seeing, you know, just checking in with them in reference to the holiday season and how they're feeling and what they're doing to cope, and what are some next steps that they could potentially take to build community.
I love it.
Yeah.
Amber said Demetra said, allow them to be part of the planning process.
Absolutely.
Cassie, what are your thoughts?
Well, mine is easy, because my husband really he has the same mindset I have when it comes down to holidays, is spending time with family and doing things. So whatever I think of, he cool with it. So it's like, of course I got my family, he has his family, so we just split it, and we just make time for both. So it works out good for us. So I can be grateful and thankful that I really don't have a struggle or to put too much thought into it. Whatever I just say, okay, we're going to do this. He like, all right, cool. So it makes it easy, especially when my mom could be 5 minutes this way and his parents could be 5 minutes that way. His kids probably 8 minutes that way, my kids. So it's like just working together and having the mindset to be open for anything. It kind of works for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's good, Cass. But see, I tried that same thing with my husband, right? And that's what we used to do. But it came to a point where it's like, I get tired of being the one that's with the ideas, planning, and always. It's like, okay, so what do you want to do? You know, like, because for so long he just go along with what I'm saying, but in reality, that's not what he wanted to do. So it's just like, now I'm learning just to be quiet. You know, now because I'm telling you, like, when stuff goes on in a marriage, and then, you know, it just got to be just blurred all out, and so it's like, I'm a strong person. Like, I know I'm a leader, but my husband he has to lead, you know, it's him, you know, and so it's like, now I have to tone all that down and allow him to, but for so long, that's what we are accustomed to. Like, it's always me with the ideas, me planning, like I just said, me with my family, like, but that's not what, in reality, what he wants to do. So now I'm relearning, okay, so what do you want to do, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I had to realize I'm just the one that's going to do.
Yeah.
And I had to accept that.
Yeah.
And that's what because I know Keith would just go with the flow. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, let's do. I said, God dang it, let's go. I'm like, you good? You stay like that, I'm going to stay like this. Like, we doing this. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had to just know, like, he's not the creative one.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
So, if that's what I got to roll and hold on to until we die, I'm doing it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Amber says in the chat, she is sharing that we need to, as women, delegate tasks. We have to let them know what we need from them. And then she said, yes, Krista, speak up and let them know. Let me know is what she said. Let me know.
I need that wallet.
How can they help? We need the credit card.
Just give me that, I'm good.
Yes. Awesome. All right. I love this conversation, and we are just so really, really engaged. And we thank you all for providing your feedback in the chat. Continue to do so as well. All right. Let's talk about keeping Christ at the center of Christmas. What helps us personally stay grounded and Christ-centered during such a busy season? Because it is busy. We if you have children in school, you're trying to make sure that the semester wraps up really, really well. Plus, like you said, you want to decorate, you want to have dinner, all these types of plannings that are happening. How do we ensure that we still maintain our daily time of prayer, our devotions, limiting obligations so that we're not overwhelmed with celebrating Christmas, that we forget to keep Christ in the center. So let's start with Cass.
For me, it's just continue to do my daily routine, and that's my morning devotional throughout the day, and that helps me stay focused. It doesn't. All the worries of thinking about other things, it goes out the window. So that helps me, and I try to push that on my kids too by sending a text weekly or try to get them focused on things like that, because it will help you just stay focused, and so you won't have to worry about the world stuff.
Yeah.
So I say my daily routine devotional and praising God and worshiping throughout the day, it keeps me. So all the worries go out the world for me. It's gone. Yeah.
It's Latrice.
I would say just being intentional. We're intentional about everything else. So we definitely have to be intentional about Christ. So I'm in the middle of the Bible recap plan where I'm reading the Bible chronologically, and I'm at the end. Lord, the Old Testament like to took me out, but the Lord is kind. So just creating those small routines. I read a book called Atomic Habits, and how when you start a routine, you can stack other little routines on top of that just to keep a balance and to keep it active. So just me intentionally carving out time before I grab my phone, before I get on social media, just keeping him first.
Kristen?
I agree with both of them. Like just being intentional on just making time, prioritizing Christ, and just knowing that he is the head, and without him, we are nothing. So, and then not to be cliche about our church, but having a community is always great. Like our church is always having something. Our church is always uplifting in something. So we really don't have a reason not to be involved in something within our church. Like our church is always busy with, from kids to the elders to anything. So if you out there and if you need somewhere to go to, you need your kids to be involved with something, come on down to Community Missionary Baptist Church and get involved with us, where we are literally a community.
Yeah.
And I just want to say too, just keeping Christ at the center. They're also having awesome Bible study sessions here on Wednesday that Pastor Ramey leads. And so I attended this past Wednesday. Great. And so just hearing Christ is at the center, like he's the reason for the season. Yeah, those are helpful reminders as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So we promoting community now.
Yes.
Okay, let me do mine.
Yes.
If you want to come on down and get some good shouting, come on down.
Come on, girl.
Come on through. Yes, and I do teach Bible study on Wednesday, so
Come
we
on
need
now.
you to come on and
now.
make it happen.
Come on
Yes.
now.
Yes, we got it going on in community. In case you didn't know,
It
it's the
do.
best side of church on this side and that
Is.
side of heaven. So you just, it is what it is.
Right.
So, all right, we this is a great conversation, and I know we got to wrap things up. So, to my sisters, let's give a practical tip or on how we can manage stress or protect our mental health, setting boundaries, finding joy in small things, simplifying the season. If each one of you can just provide a practical tip that you use and a recommendation to our watching and listening audience. And we'll start over here with you, Crystal.
I would just be honest. What you can do, you can do. What you can't do, you can't do. Be you. Don't try to fit into nobody else's bracket, box, or lane or anything. Stay in the lane that you're given and just walk therein.
I would say start being creative, because creativity would cause a budget, and you won't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I would say just having access to a mental health specialist or a therapist. That's helped me tremendously stay in alignment with my life's purpose. And if anybody needs access to mental health therapy and you don't have anything at your fingertips, please follow up with me. I can make sure that I get you some resources.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. You know, you all have been such an amazing panel and have been transparent, where I know those who are watching and listening have truly, really, really been blessed. And, you know, Christmas invites us to joy, but not perfection. Isn't that real? Yeah, it invites us to joy, but not perfection. And it sounds good, but we need to be real about that. We need to stop trying being perfect, right? Because we always, you said that you just need the Christmas to be better than last year.
That's it.
We just need to let the perfection go so that that pressure can be removed from us and we can enjoy Christmas, because it's hard for us to enjoy Christmas if we're
Right.
trying to make it perfect. And then women, do not carry the season alone. Amber's told us we need to start letting folks know what's going on, and invite them to the table of, even if they're resisting, give them a task and let them be part of the task. Kids always remember the little things, so we don't have to make it so large, right? They remember you know, you can buy 1,000 gifts and they get that little toy.
Playing with the box.
I know. you
Or the
spend all that
box,
money.
the box that the toy came in. So,
Buy something and lose it.
and then Christ's presence brings peace, comfort, and balance. Yeah, Christ's presence. So people say, how do you balance everything? I don't. The presence of the Lord is what brings about the balance. And then, as we have been doing it on this table, in this panel, which I love, make room for laughter. It's okay to laugh.
That is true.
We need to smile more, right? Self-care is important. And then give yourself grace.
Yes.
Amen.
Ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Let's give ourselves some grace. May this season be full of peace, progress, and we need to give ourselves permission to be human in the name of Jesus. Yeah, we thank you all for watching. We appreciate you supporting Strike Back. We thank you for your comments, and we do encourage you, if you do not have a church home, we invite you to please come and hang out with us. We have 3 services. You can go to our website. We are here in DeSoto, Texas, and in Cedar Hill, Texas, where we again have our amazing pastor, Pastor Oscar D. Epps, who is all about, authentically about the community. Thank you for joining us, and we pray that you will continue to have an amazing and blessed season. God bless.